I bet you didn't know how deep the sporting legacies of India and the US run. From the cricket pitches of Mumbai to the football fields of Texas, both nations have a rich history of sports that have shaped their cultures and identities. Okay, picture this, the Super Bowl. But instead of just America, the whole world's watching. Imagine the excitement, the energy, the sheer spectacle of it all, transcending borders and cultures. The NFL wants to make this a reality, turning the Super Bowl into a global phenomenon. That's the NFL's dream, people. They envision a world where every touchdown is celebrated from Tokyo to Toronto, where fans in every corner of the globe are united by their love for American football. They're on this mission to spread the joy of touchdowns and tailgates from Brazil to Bangladesh. Imagine tailgating parties in Rio de Janeiro, or touchdown celebrations in Dhaka. The NFL wants to bring the unique culture of American football to every nation. The NFL is like that overachieving friend we all have. You know, the one who's not content with just being prom queen. They want to excel in every possible way, pushing boundaries and setting new standards. You know, the one who's not content with just being prom queen. They want to be valedictorian, captain of the debate team, and discover a new galaxy in their spare time. The NFL's ambition knows no bounds. They want to be valedictorian, captain of the debate team, and discover a new galaxy in their spare time. Just like that, friend, the NFL is constantly striving for more, aiming to be a global powerhouse in sports entertainment. They've already conquered the UK, with games in London drawing huge crowds and creating a dedicated fan base. They have a pretty solid thing going in Mexico, where the passion for American football is growing stronger every year, and even got Germany cheering. The NFL's international series games in Germany have been a massive hit, with fans turning out in droves to support their favorite teams. But India is a whole other ballgame, literally. Cricket is more than just a sport in India. It's a religion, a way of life. The challenge of winning over a cricket-obsessed nation is immense. So can the NFL actually win over a country obsessed with cricket? Can they create a new generation of American football fans in a land where cricket reigns supreme? Can they convince people to trade in their bats for helmets and shoulder pads? It's a daunting task, but the NFL is determined. Let's dive in and explore how they plan to tackle this challenge, one touchdown at a time. Let's be real. India is like the Beyoncé of the cricket world. Crazy talented, adored by millions, and basically untouchable. Cricket is practically a religion there, with legendary players and die-hard fans. But it's not just cricket. Indians love their kabaddi, their badminton, and let's not forget Bollywood, because singing and dancing is practically a national sport there. Think of it like this. You can't just waltz into a party where everyone's jamming to Beyoncé and be like, okay everybody, time for some polka. You gotta ease in, find common ground, and maybe even learn a few dance moves. That's the NFL's challenge in India. They have to figure out how to fit into a culture that already has its own rhythm and flow. Okay, before we get all doom and gloom, let's give the NFL some credit. They've had some serious wins outside of the US of A. Remember the time they basically turned London into a second home? They've been playing regular season games there for years, and people are totally digging it. Then there's Mexico. Remember those epic games in Mexico City? The atmosphere was electric. And let's not forget Germany, where the NFL is gaining some serious traction. So, they've got the playbook for international success, right? Well, kind of. Each country is a different story, and India's got its own unique set of challenges, and maybe even a few fumbles along the way. Section 4, Touchdown in Mumbai, the NFL's Indian inroads. So, how's the NFL trying to make friends and influence people in India? Well, they're not just winging it, that's for sure.
They've been hosting these cool flag football events, trying to get young people excited about the game. Think of it as the NFL whispering sweet nothings into India's ear, like, hey, this could be fun.
They're also partnering with Indian celebrities and athletes to spread the word. Because let's be honest, nothing gets people talking like a Bollywood star rocking an NFL jersey, right?
They're even creating content tailored specifically for Indian audiences, like explaining the rules in Hindi and highlighting players who might resonate with Indian fans. It's all about finding that connection.
Section 5. Can the gridiron score in India? Challenges ahead. Okay, let's be real. Convincing India to embrace American football is like trying to get your cat to walk on a leash. It's going to take some serious effort, and maybe some treats. The cultural gap is significant, and the sport is relatively unknown in the country.
First off, there's the whole time zone thing. The NFL games are primarily scheduled to cater to American audiences, which means they air at odd hours in India. NFL games are on in the middle of the night in India. This timing is far from ideal for Indian viewers who have to juggle work, school, and other daily activities. Who wants to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch a bunch of guys in helmets tackle each other? The time difference makes it challenging for fans to watch live games, which is a crucial part of the sports experience. Even die-hard fans need their beauty sleep. The lack of convenient viewing times could deter potential fans from getting invested in the sport.
Then there's the whole unfamiliarity factor. American football is a complex game with many rules and strategies that can be confusing to new viewers. Cricket is fast-paced and action-packed. It's a sport that Indians have grown up with and understand deeply. Football, with its huddles and timeouts, can seem a little, well, slow to the uninitiated. The frequent pauses and strategic breaks can make it hard for new viewers to stay engaged. It's like comparing a Bollywood dance number to a slow waltz. The energy and excitement levels are just different.
And let's not forget the competition. Cricket dominates the sports landscape in India. Cricket isn't just a sport in India, it's a way of life. From children playing in the streets to packed stadiums during major matches, cricket is deeply ingrained in Indian culture. The NFL has to convince people to make space in their hearts and on their TVs for another love. This is no small feat given the deep-rooted passion for cricket. Moreover, the availability of American football gear and merchandise is limited in India. Sports stores are filled with cricket bats, balls, and jerseys, but finding a football or a helmet can be a challenge. Schools and colleges predominantly have cricket fields, and the infrastructure for American football is almost non-existent. This lack of facilities makes it difficult for the sport to grow at the grassroots level. Introducing American football in schools could be a starting point, but it requires significant investment and effort. Kids need to be taught the rules and skills from a young age to develop a genuine interest. Media coverage is another hurdle. Indian sports channels are dominated by cricket highlights and discussions. The NFL gets only a brief segment, if at all. Social media, which plays a crucial role in popularizing sports, is also heavily skewed towards cricket. The NFL needs to ramp up its digital presence to capture the attention of the younger generation. Celebrity endorsements can make a big difference. In India, cricket stars are national heroes and their endorsements carry a lot of weight. The NFL could benefit from getting Indian celebrities on board to promote the sport. Despite these challenges, there is a small but growing community of NFL fans in India. These fans are passionate and dedicated, often staying up late to catch live games and engaging in online discussions. The NFL has also started organizing promotional events in India to raise awareness and generate interest. These events are a step in the right direction, but there's still a long way to go. Building a fan base in India will require a multifaceted approach, including better scheduling, increased media coverage, grassroots initiatives, and celebrity endorsements. If the NFL can overcome these challenges, there's potential for American football to carve out a niche in the Indian sports landscape. It won't be easy, but with the right strategy, the gridiron just might score in India.
Section 6. Winning hearts and touchdowns, strategies for success. Okay, so it's not going to be easy. The journey to success is often filled with challenges and obstacles, but that's what makes the victory even sweeter, right? But hey, the NFL is known for its Hail Marys, right? Those last-minute, game-changing plays that leave everyone on the edge of their seats. So what can they do to score with Indian audiences? How can the NFL capture the hearts of a nation that lives and breathes cricket?
First, they need to find a way to make it relatable. The key is to create a connection that resonates with the local culture and values. Maybe highlight the stories of Indian origin players. These players can serve as role models and inspire young athletes in India to take up the sport, or those who have embraced Indian culture. Showcasing players participating in traditional Indian festivals and activities can bridge the cultural gap. Show that the NFL is a melting pot, just like India. The league's diversity can be a powerful message that resonates with the Indian audience.
Second, they need to make it accessible. Accessibility is crucial for building a loyal fan base. Show games at reasonable times so that fans in India can watch live without having to stay up all night. Maybe even host some exhibition games in India itself. Get people hyped. Imagine the excitement of seeing NFL stars play live on Indian soil.
And finally, they need to embrace the power of Bollywood. Bollywood is not just a film industry, it's a cultural phenomenon that influences millions. Imagine a catchy song and dance routine about the Super Bowl. A Bollywood-style musical number can make the NFL a household name. Or a Bollywood movie with a football subplot. A film that intertwines the drama of football with the emotional storytelling of Bollywood can captivate audiences. Trust me, it's box office gold. The combination of football and Bollywood can create a cultural crossover that benefits both industries.
Section 7, From Super Bowl to Super Chai, A Hopeful Future. So can the NFL actually make it big in India? It's a tough call, like choosing between samosas and nachos. Both delicious, but totally different. But hey, stranger things have happened, right?
The NFL is persistent, they're creative, and they're not afraid of a challenge. Maybe one day, we'll see kids in Mumbai wearing Tom Brady jerseys and families gathering for Super Bowl parties with plates of samosas and gulab jamun.
It might take time, it might take some serious strategizing, but one thing's for sure. The NFL is in it to win it, and they're not going down without a fight.
And who knows, maybe they'll even learn to love a good Bollywood movie along the way.